So, understanding your downhill brake is where your efficacy comes from because of all the weight transfer. So at that point, I have entered a recovery situation. Who do I call?
AAA.
What does that stand for?
Assess. Accept.
So in my assessment, I need to figure out, do I want the left side or my bike coming around to the left or to the right? Again, we want to get through some stuff, so I want to go to the left. What that means, you guys come around here to the right. Right now, I can put either foot down. Here, pretty soon, I'm going to induce what I call the long step of death. You've heard me mention it. This is where it really shows. I cannot count on putting my downhill foot down. So once I've committed to swinging the bike around to the left, what will become my downhill foot gets glued, zip tied, duct taped, I don't care what, but it is staying on that foot peg. My weight comes all the way off of the saddle. I'm standing up on my left leg. That's where I'm carrying the weight. And I always say that if you haven't learned clutch control by now, you're about to, because I'm going to use my clutch I'm going to slowly disengage it so that I can bring the bike around. If it's so much of a hill or you have such little compression that the bike does go around to an exhaust stroke, as you just saw it do, you can add a little bit of front brake. Just know that it's only going to do a little bit. So really smooth as it comes around. Now, if things got weird, I could just step off to the high side, couldn't I? The bike is predisposed to that high side. I cannot put my right foot down. This is what I mean by the long step of death. Well, as I come around, I get to a point where I've exhausted gravity. So it's not rolling back anymore, but there's a cliff there. I need to keep on bringing the front end around. So, I'm gonna lean the bike up against my knee here. Again, I'm using my skeleton more than my muscles. I can use my ankle to kind of push. I'm gonna go bar lock to bar lock with my front end. As it comes around, what becomes my effective brake? Because it's downhill. So I will have to bring that on. But do you see, just in like 3 walks, how that started bringing the front end around? Once you are where you like your path of travel, you want to start up the bike, make sure you're in gear, and you want to ride away with authority. You don't want to just coast down it sitting. It's kind of like a skateboard pump. You stand up, I look where I want to go, and I'm going to push off and ride away with authority. Find your 0 point, even on a downhill. And away you go. So the keys to that exercise are just get to where you are comfortable clutch killing that bike and leave that clutch out, because you need that back brake or that back tire being your brake. And then again, we will have opportunities to do that. We'll work through it a little bit more. Any questions? One of the main reasons I do give recluses and DCTs a little bit of a hard time, because you understand now you are committed to keeping that right leg on or your right foot on the peg. That means you can only bring the back end around left. If you're in a scenario where you had to come around to the right, it's going to be really tricky if your bike freewheels. Okay, everyone come right over to here.